School districts today are gathering more data about students, teachers, and schools than ever before. But there are still a lot of barriers to using data to drive strategy and action. A lack of conventions on variable naming and coding, knowing what data needs to be pulled from the data warehouse, and how to bring together data that comes from different sources, and finally, how to analyze that data to find meaningful measures to present and act upon. At the Strategic Data Project, our mission is to transform the use of data in education to improve student achievement. We have designed a toolkit for effective data use to empower you to transform your use of educational data. The toolkit is divided into 5 steps that we believe capture the essence of the analytical process: identify, clean, connect, analyze, and adopt, going from data collection to data cleaning, to linking together different data sources, to data visualization, and finally best data management and coding practices. Identify provides a clear and detailed set of guidelines to help you know exactly what data to collect and how that data should be coded. Some people may call this a data specification. For instance, should gender be called gender or male? Or should it be coded 0 or 1, or M or F? Identify standardizes this by providing names and values for the variables you need. This sort of standardization helps clarify the rest of the analytic process. Identify also explains how to group variables into very specific files. For instance, it groups all the time invariant information about students into one file, and all the information that changes from year to year in another file. Clean tells you how to take each file you identified from a raw state to a clean state by going through a task that guides you through this process. In fact, there are 7 tasks in Clean that go from cleaning student demographic information to student enrollment information and even post-secondary information. For instance, Task 1 takes the raw student attributes file and yields a clean student attributes file. We also provide sample data to go hands-on with the tasks, and a glossary of decision rules used to resolve common data problems. Connect explains how to link your clean files together into a single, powerful analysis file. This analysis file has all the information you need to produce meaningful measures about students transitioning from high school through college. Analyze uses the analysis file from Connect to develop key indicators to track performance along a student's education pathway. Analyze will help you produce data visualizations that answer key questions such as, how are students transitioning from 9th to 10th grade? Are they on track to graduate? How are students who graduated from high school enrolling and persisting at post-secondary institutions? How does this vary by different high schools? Importantly, these key indicators also include our Strategic Performance Indicators, or SPIs, that have been touted in the national media. Finally, Adopt is a guide toward best data management practice, specifically for those who use coding to analyze their data. It stresses writing well-written code that facilitates shared analysis and transparency. Many among the education analyst community have cited the usefulness of Adopt for setting a standard in statistical coding practice. As an analyst, the toolkit will help equip you with data management and analytical skills to generate key educational outcomes like on-track to graduation rates, college enrollment rates, or persistence rates, and how to slice the data in different meaningful ways. It'll also help you think about a model for improving the analytical capacity in your own agency. And finally, it should provide you with some best practices for data management and statistical coding. We hope that these standards of data practice and process become useful to you and adopted by the larger educational sector. SDP hopes that this toolkit becomes a manual and reference for using data in education. The toolkit is available free online at www.gsc.harvard.edu/scp/toolkit. Whatever your experience with data may be, we welcome you on this journey to a new frontier of educational data use. To help you on this journey, look for SDP's other short videos on the toolkit for effective data use to guide you through the steps of the toolkit.